So Rob, you majored in girl math, right, in college?
I wouldn't say majored it, but I did fail the class.
Good thing, right? Good thing to fail that class of all math classes.
I have always said math is not my strongest suit.
Suit for that one, right? So we got the trending, right? Girl math, right? So that was pretty fun, unique and kind of lighthearted, I guess, right? I guess coming from women putting this out there that what girl math is. You want to explain that to the viewers out there?
Yeah, so in my opinion, I think or I feel that the whole trend as far as girl math goes, basically it's a way for women to justify their spending habits, whether it's good or bad, but it's supposed to be in a lighthearted, funny, jokingly way, apparently. But from some of the things that they're describing and some of the comments that I've seen as far as when a video comes out and, you're reading the comments on, their reactions to it, a lot of it seems like they think the exact same way or they agree with what they're saying. So for some examples of girl math is like, if it's under $5, it's basically free. That doesn't quite make sense to me. Or if they spend cash for it, it's basically free because it didn't come out of their bank account. Or if they do things like, hey, I spent $200 at a clothing store and I got $10 back, I basically got paid $10 for it. So does that compute to you? Does that make sense? Does the math add up to you?
No, it does not add up, not at all. But I think is this more of their friendly banter about how they think and justify some of the shopping, right? Because they want something bad, they just justify it some way, right? Yeah. I feel like that was the banter. But you mentioned a lot of women in the comments were like, "Yeah, I do the same thing." That's,
if I get it for 40% off on discount and stuff like that, I can buy another shirt, and then I'm only paying the same amount of money I would have paid for this one thing. Yep. You're still spending money. You don't get. You're not making money.
Or
by
if I
spending
bought it,
money.
Or if I bought it like a long time ago, it doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly. I bought my plane tickets, 8 months ago. So basically, I have a free trip.
Free trip.
I don't know if you're joking or not, or you really think that, but that doesn't quite compute.
No, it doesn't. But I think the funny part about the whole thing is that how, the women are making this joke and it's all over trending and everybody's laughing about it, and then like it's like a bunch of women laughing, and then a guy rolls in, and then everyone's like looking like, what the hell?
Yeah,
what do you do? And then now like getting those sideways shots from the female crowd, it turned into a gender war now.
Yep. Of course.
I guess of course, right? Like everything now. They took their girl math and didn't like guys laughing at it, and they've now turned it to boy math, right? Where it seems like they're using the girl math for how they spending and more about like that kind of stuff. Where with the boy math, it looks like some of they're using it on men, shaming men, right? It's more of about shaming men, general in dating, sex, or whatever like that. It kind of seems kind of like more like who hurt you kind of thing.
And I kind of find it funny, but usually when they're doing girl math, or there's the wife talking to the husband about girl math, and she gives a few examples. The video is usually making fun of him for not understanding what she's saying about girl math and how the computing stuff. So on either side, you're as a male, you're being made fun of both ways.
Yeah, exactly. Which it seems to be where a lot of the male our role is these days, is to get made fun of, I guess.
And so a few examples of boy math, just to make it a little even. We got one saying, boy math is being afraid of gold diggers when you only have 3 pairs of socks in your name. Funny? Another one, boy math is shaming a woman with a high body count but calling them selfish when they are virgins.
Let me say that again.
Boy math is shaming a woman with a high body count but calling the girl selfish when they're a virgin.
Okay.
Do you think that's a little personal attack?
Yeah. Sounds a little bit personal there.
Boy math is wanting 0 kids but having 0 condoms on hand.
Sounds like you need a better guy then.
Sounds like you need to choose better.
Yeah, choose better.
But you kind of see some of the difference where, like you're saying, it seems to be a little more shaming going on when it comes to the boy math.
Well, there's
versus
the other one.
The girls.
Yeah, there's the other one where it's like, Boy math is dating somebody for 6 months and not wanting commitment, but still wanting to have sex right with them, right? And then to me, it's like, well, that boy math kind of checks out because you're probably giving him the two values, right? You have sex value versus relationship value. You don't got relationship value. So again, good. You have sex value though, so that's why you say it. So at the end of the day, you don't have. End of the day, like you need to pick a guy better. Yeah. It goes back to it's like you're not with the right guy then.
yeah. And so my question to you is, who do you think started the trend in girl math? Do you think it was men or women?
Oh, it was women. I think it's from Australia or something like that.
Right. And so they made the girl math,
Mm-hmm.
and who do you think started the boy math trend?
Oh, women.
Yeah. And do you think it was because how much the girl math blew up, and then guys commenting on how much it didn't make sense, and them getting triggered?
Yeah, I think that's exactly how it probably happened. Like as I mentioned, we probably came in like, "Oh, that is funny," and then all, "Wait, why are you laughing?"
Yeah.
Well, we're all laughing, right?
Yeah. And it could be me, but as I've looked through social media and stuff, I haven't really seen a ton of men doing girl math videos and talking about some of those spending habits and stuff. Usually it's girl math doing girl videos.
Yeah.
But you see a lot of, boy math being, portrayed and, joked about coming from women also.
Yeah, but it just seems like it was like, it was the banter thing, but then it turns like the boy math into like some like congresswomen are saying it now in Congress, and it's kind of like, what, like.
There's nothing to do with relationships or anything like that. It's just about, of course, political stuff, just trying to hop on the trend to get their name out there and stuff. That wasn't funny at all.
Squad. Yeah. So I'm not surprised they jumped on that one. But yeah, I mean, I think it's funny that, it's a funny way to justify to spend money, or buy stuff, right? And I feel like there's guys that probably do that too. Probably think that way too, like, oh, well, I paid cash, it didn't come on my account, so it's free, right? Or whatever like that, right? Pretty sure there's also guys that think like that as well, But I just think it would be. It'd be great if it didn't always end up in a gender war.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, it's like this is gonna end up bad, right? So I don't know, and it could be like just like one famous person saying something, like laughing at like the girl math trend, and then now all the women want to go after boys because this one person said something, right? It's like, really? Like, come on.
It happens to one person, so now it's affected me, so now I have to do this and get back at them when it had nothing to do with you.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. So some of the boy math stuff that I read, like I mentioned to you and you saw too, is like it's felt more like shaming men. But again, those men that you're shaming are men that you gave access to them of yourself, which actually reflects bad on you for not picking the right person and holding yourself accountable.
Yeah. And honestly, like neither one of them are funny. To be honest, like the girl math to me, it's stuck to math. Like it's typically stuck to like spending habits.
Yeah.
So that's what made it like a lot better to like review and talk about and discuss about, because it's critical thinking that's going on, and you're seeing how they're computing that math in their head, or math out loud, where as the boy math is usually a personal attack on on a person or something that's happened to them that they want to get vent out something that's happened to them,
something happening in their life right now or something. Like, well, we're gonna throw it on the boy math, right? Like,
I'm like, that doesn't.
Guy with me is not giving me a commitment. We've been together for 3 months.
It's
like, then you shouldn't be with them.
Then. That ain't a commitment.
That's on you then.
That's a situationship.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I don't know. Again, it just comes back to like, there's no need to be like shaming people or whatever like that. If you try to, if it, like, I mean, go ahead and make fun of men for their math as well. But I mean, you don't need to shame them for like the other stuff like we mentioned.
Yeah, really, I mean, you can shame them. Yeah, but don't be mad at the comments when they come back at you.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That's the whole thing about social media. If you're gonna put something out there. And that's one thing about, I always felt with, even with this podcast and stuff, and some of the talking points that we talk about is like, we'll discuss our opinions on it. You may not like it or not.
We might not be right.
We might not be right. You may not agree with it. You can put your comment out there, but I'm not going to hate you for it. I'm not, like, if you try to offend me in the comment section, like I'm doing good. Like, you're not going to affect me, you know, and I'm going to live my life the way I want to live my life. And I think a lot of people would probably be more happier having that same kind of mindset. It's like, you do you. No one, no one knows what you do on a daily basis. Who cares what other people think, because they're not in your life. And Prime mentions some of that stuff too. He has a famous quote that talks about that. It's like, why would I care what the public thinks about what's going on, with our team, when they're not in the locker room, they're not talking to these guys, they're not helping build these young boys into men. So why would you care about what other people think about you?
Yeah, exactly. So I think, I mean, I guess, and also to be fair, if you're on the other side, I'm pretty sure there's some guys that probably took that girl math trend and made it personal as well.
Oh,
right?
for sure.
And that's, again, and those people also are like, that's pretty stupid as well, right? Same thing. So, but I mean, it is what it is. I think, for the girls to do the boy math trend, hey, if that makes you feel better, to go personal attacks and all that kind of stuff, I mean, go for it. I mean, you're not hurting anybody. So.
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah. Maybe if you just don't want that backlash, just turn the comments off.
Yeah. Well, my thing, it goes back to the thing, is like this. A lot of times, the stuff that I read for the boy math, when they say something about the guy, then it just kind of more reflects negatively back on you. The stuff you're saying, even though you're like trying to shame the guy, and it's like, wait a minute, but you gave that guy access to you, and you're still giving him. Then it's like, again, you just making yourself look bad. But I mean, hey, do you?
Yeah. and this is kind of related to some of that, but you know how YouTube is now, where they took away the ability for people to see how many dislikes a video has. Do you think that was a good move or a bad move?
I think it was depending on what the goal was. What was the goal to do that?
I think it was to help prevent people from like downvoting videos just because they don't like that particular person. No matter, even if they're making good points. It's like, I think it was Andrew Tate video, I'm automatically gonna downvote that.
So I think it was good for two reasons. Then there's still freedom of speech. Then right? You can't be just silenced because maybe you don't agree. You say something that other people don't agree with, but you can still say it, right? That's fine. I mean, YouTube always still has like parameters, like can't hate, to keep that. But I'm saying some of the other stuff, like it's good to have that, so you can't just downvote people out just for who they are. And on top of that, I also think it also helps people create more. And more people are willing to go in and to create. Because I feel like if like let's say like people starting a new podcast and like they get like 10 downvotes for all their videos and they're gonna be like, whoa, we suck, man, let's just quit. Now that you're not getting those and you're only gonna see positive, maybe that encourages you more to keep posting, and more people are like more encouraged to post as well. So maybe more content creators that way then. So
I'm like, no, like this ain't no participation award. Like if you get those downvotes, you should be motivated to get. I mean, to me, if you get a lot of people downvoting you should. I think you're almost doing it right in a way. Like I feel like if you're getting a lot of haters talking about you, then you're obviously affecting them and the way they feel about certain things.
My only thing is that if you're getting a lot of downvotes and just from having haters for that part of it, then do you get pulled out of the algorithm and that hurts you? Then that's my only problem with it.
I think that was one big reason why they took it away too. It's like comments. People think that upvotes are going to give you the most engagement, which is not. It's going to be comments and views. So you can have a lot of upvotes, but that could be people just mass, creating fake accounts and just clicking upvote to, give you the thumbs up to get your name in the algorithm. But no, it's comments, it's engagement, it's going to be views that drive up there. And so by eliminating the downvotes, that makes it so that people, like I said earlier, can't just downvote you just because they don't like who you are.
I mean, I don't mind. I mean, if there's downvotes, I mean, if you get downvotes and they're legit downvotes, I mean, it'll just help make you a better content creator. You stop getting them.
I mean, it's one of those, like, in society, like, not everyone's going to like you. People are going to hate you no matter what, without even know you. They just like, oh, he's wearing Jordans today, and I don't like those Jordans, so I'm not gonna like the dude. Kind of deal. Is like, okay, this person doesn't like me, but that shouldn't affect the way you move. Like, if you're really serious about being a content creator, you should be able to push through and you continue to grow and get better at your craft, because people aren't gonna like you.
Yeah, and if you're gonna take that down vote to be like, hey, I'm gonna lean into it. Maybe they don't like what I'm saying. So, but this is what I believe. So I'm gonna step 10 toes down on it and keep pushing that and get more engagement that way, and maybe find your niche with the right people that way, right? Or I mean, if the downvotes are legit and you're looking like, man, I suck, and the comments are saying the video quality's bad, or I don't have a good talking point, well, I'm going to learn then.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to get better at that and stuff. But if you're just downvoting, then fuck you.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying, right? So, but, I mean, that's how it goes. I mean, hopefully we get more upvotes.
Hey,
some subscribers.
To me, you see me, hi hater.
Yep. So, I mean, that's, I guess we'll see how this stuff goes. But in general, going back to just the girl math, boy math, just to wrap that up. It'll be interesting to see. I think it's died out now. Right?
Yeah, it's starting. You'll still see it from him, but when it comes to a lot of these trends, they'll last for a month or two, and then it goes away, and then a new trend comes up. And so that's the thing about trends sometimes.
Yeah, we'll see how long it'll take until another gender war in the next trend.
I'm sure it's coming up.
Yep.
Someone's stirring the pot right now, and thinking about it
right now.
Yep. By the time we end this podcast, there's going to be a new trend, new gender war about some sort of talking.
Yeah, so girl math, boy math, whatever it is, whatever you enjoy, go for it. Not going to affect any of us.
Yeah, so it's all fun and games, but some are better than others.
Yeah, exactly.